What's going on, YouTube? iDevice Help here. In this video, I'm going to be comparing Sara versus Siri. I have a few videos on this topic already. If you want to go ahead and check those out, go ahead and click some annotations I'll have on this video that'll take you to those. Now, this is the third video on this topic. Of course, you must be jailbroken to get Sara. As you can see here, right there's my Sara icon. If you don't know how to jailbreak, make sure you check out my channel, and you'll get Cydia once you jailbreak. And once you jailbreak, go ahead and launch Cydia right away. You want to go down here to the Manage tab. Is the first thing you're going to want to do. We're going to go ahead and install Sara here quickly. You're going to hit Edit and then tap the Add button. And the source you're going to add on there, it will be in the video description down below, so make sure you read that. And there it is, the Sara official repo. Like I said, don't worry, I'll have it in the video description down below. Now, once you do that, go ahead here into the Search tab and type Sara. Now, you'll get the first option, Sara 0.2.2 build 29. Make sure you install that. And down here where it says Sara dictation keyboard, if you want to install that as well, I'll explain what that is here in a second. Once you install these two softwares, your iPod or iPhone, whatever it is that you're using Sara for, will be Spring. And here on your keyboard, you get a little microphone. Now, what that does is once you tap it, you can talk into it, and it pretty much writes whatever you say. So let's try it out. Hello. So there it is. Hello. So pretty simple. It's just voice dictation. Now a quick enhancement you can make to Sara here. If you download the Activator application from Cydia, which you can also get, when you go here to Anywhere and where it says Short Hold, you can go ahead and scroll down and find the Sara application and assign Sara to that particular action. And what that pretty much does is, like on the iPhone 4S here, when you hold down the home button for a few seconds, Siri launches. Well, that pretty much is the same thing for Sara on the devices that are supported by Sara, which are all iPhones, all iPod Touches, and all iPads. Now, of course, you don't need this for the iPhone 4S, but all the devices are supported by Sara. And Siri is only on the 4S from Apple. Now, let's go ahead and hold down the home button for a second. And there's Sara launches right away. Let's go ahead and
Hi, Novelist. Have a good day.
Cancel. Let's go ahead and stop this here for a second.
Never mind.
Let's
Please ask another question.
Let's cover a few things before we begin. As you can see here, you have the question mark icon. If you tap on that, it gives you all the questions that you can ask. As you can see, if you scroll down, it supports making phone calls, sending text messages. Now, this is an iPod Touch. I can't make phone calls or send text messages right now, of course. But on the iPhones, it does work. It supports for making phone calls. And right here, you have all kinds of questions that you can ask and send text messages and make phone calls. Now, if you double tap on the microphone, you get the keyboard. If you're in a crowded spot and the device cannot hear you, you can just type in your question, and it can come up with your answer more accurately. So that's a good option as well. Now, if you double tap the question mark icon here, it flips and it takes you to your options, which you can set your name, whatever you type in there. That's what Sara will call you. You can also set relations for the purpose of phone calls and text messages. You can set numbers to particular relations. You can also set the weather, voice, manage languages, and also plugins that are probably coming in the future, which I'll also have a video on that update. Now, those are pretty much the options you can adjust to your likings. Let's ask a few questions, see how Sara's doing this time around versus Siri. If you want to get rid of that question mark icon, all you gotta do is click here on the left and it disappears. Now, I'm gonna ask the question first to Sara and then Siri. Just keep in mind, no software is perfect. Let me try to ask these questions the best I can. I want to have pizza.
Please wait.
So there it is.
Searching for pizza near you.
So it takes you straight to the Maps application, and it finds pizza stores around you, which is really cool. Siri, of course, does that as well. I want to have pizza.
I found 16 pizza restaurants. 13 of them are fairly close to you.
Now Siri, of course, sorts them by rating and distance from you, and you can tap on the option and it'll take you to the Maps application, which is really cool as well. Now let's go ask Siri, who is Steve Jobs? Pretty sure Siri knows that, huh?
Checking on that for you. I found this for you.
So there it is. Siri obviously found who Steve Jobs was, description, and lots of information using Will from an alpha. Let's see how Sara does that question. Who is Steve Jobs? There it goes. It's taking its time. Let's try that again. I kind of messed that up. Takes a little longer than Siri. Where is a good time to get a... That's not what I asked. As you can see there, it's kind of confused at this point.
I found some info for you.
Okay. Who is Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs.
I found some info for you.
So as you can see, it's not perfect listening to what you say. That's why the option to type, it's good on Sara. As you can see, it gave me a description who Steve Jobs is and the age and all that information. Of course, Siri had a better description of it, but this is a developer making this app, which is really cool, and it supports a lot of devices. Now let's ask to launch an application, see how that goes. Launch Twitter. The iPhone 4S does not do that.
For you. I'm sorry to let you down.
It doesn't launch applications right out of the box, but if you ask Siri Utilities from Cydia, you can have Siri do that for you, but it does not do it out of the box. Let's try it on Sara. Launch Twitter. So there it's working on it.
I'm tired.
She's tired. Launch Twitter. I said lunch instead of launch. Open Twitter. Let's try that.
Okay, please.
There it goes. Now it's going to open Twitter. See, it depends on how you ask the question as well. So there it is. Twitter just got launched by Sara. Let's go ahead and ask questions like the weather and timers, things like that. What's the weather like today?
Here's the forecast for today.
So Siri obviously brings the weather application. Let's ask Sara. What's the weather for today? Sara really depends on how you ask the question. Sometimes it gets it, sometimes it doesn't. But it is getting better within time, I do have to say.
Recorded weather for reading.
So there it is. It gave me the weather. Not as beautiful as the iPhone 4S, but it got the job done, which is what matters. It also gives you traffic information and lots and lots of cool stuff. So Sara's really getting up to date. Let's ask to set a timer. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Now, I don't think Sara supports this yet, but with plugins in the future, it might do. So stay tuned for more updates. So there's Siri setting a timer. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Siri's taking quite a long time, actually. Siri did not do it.
That's Snow Patrol, not Rise Against.
It doesn't really do that.
I'm really...
Set a timer for 2 minutes. As you can see, Siri is not perfect. Sometimes it doesn't come up with answers. It is great. It is great software. But as you can see, it's not perfect. It just didn't come up with that. And it's still taking some time to do it. Let's go ahead and ask one more question before we go. And then that should be it. Let's see. Let's wait for Siri. What's the weather in Tokyo?
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
It just did it. Took a whole long time. So it's looking for the weather in Tokyo.
Latest recorded
There you
weather
go.
for Tokyo.
It's working. Let's see. What's the weather in Tokyo? See what Siri does.
Okay, here's the weather for Tokyo,
So-
Japan today through this Friday.
So there you go. Both devices, it really depends on the time and how you ask the question, especially on Sara. I do have to give Sara a lot of credit. Siri, you can edit whatever you say by tapping on the bubble there and edit your question. Right here on Sara, you can just double tap and ask the question. Both softwares are pretty good. Of course, obviously, Apple's software is much better. Apple's a large corporation and has a lot of means to do this. But Sara is getting really, really good within time. I hope you guys like videos like this. If you guys do, please thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys, and it helps me out a lot. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you check out my Facebook, my Twitter, and my blog. That's where I keep you guys up to date with the latest on everything iPhone and Apple devices. It's been iDevice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace.